colors will be featured in our kaleidoscope of words and color.
A kaleidoscope is a continually changing pattern of shapes and colors.
The word is from the Greek.
Kalos, beautiful.
Eidos, shape.
Scope, look, observe.
Observer of beautiful forms. Color is nature's gift to the world, seen in the changing patterns of flowers, trees, animals, sea, and sky.
Words are the poet's gift to the world, seen in their masterful use of words to express color in nature and in the continually changing pattern of human feeling and experience.
Tonight, the students of Birchwood School present to you this kaleidoscope of words and color. Tonight, it is our gift to you. Our entry walk is a tribute to nature's stunning presentation of color, the rainbow.
And to places beyond the rainbow, where poets have taken us.
Where color is combined in the ever-changing patterns in our lives and our dreams. Come observe with us a kaleidoscope of words and colors.
Welcome! Come join the 5th grade class as we journey Our day will end with a dusky rose sunset, an evening lullaby, and a sense of quiet repose.
But first, we must greet the dawn with its dusty pink hues. The moon on the one hand, the dawn on the other. The moon is my sister, and the dawn is my brother. The moon on my left, and the dawn on my right. My brother, good morning. My sister, good night.
This lovely summer morn, hushed is the voice of every man in wonder at the dawn.
In the cool of the morning, I was startled to see a still, silent fawn carefully looking at me.
He stared and he stared as he stood by the tree, and the breeze introduced us, the fawn and me.
We dared not move, not a blink, not a yawn. As the silence held us, we shared the dawn.
Daybreak comes first, and then splendor shimmers. Neither is the day here, nor is the night gone.
Night is getting ready to go, and day whispers, soon now, soon.
I heard a gentle commotion. I wondered what it could be. When I ran out to look, I was breathless at the sight of what waited for me. The flower garden was blooming with sounds I had never heard. My heart joined in with the harmony that came with the song of a bird.
I sat and listened a long time to this melody I have found, and to this day I remember each and every colorful sound.
I saw dawn creep across the sky, and all the gulls go flying by.
I saw the sea put on its dress of blue midsummer loveliness.
I heard the trees begin to stir great arms of pine and juniper.
And I heard the wind call out and say,
Get up, my dear! It is today!
Ogle is a blanket worn to shreds. It's been on every one of my beds.
Once it went off in a Goodwill pack, and I had an awful time getting it back.
Once it was tossed in an old trash bin, but I saw its friends and climbed right in. Once it was bitten by a moth,
And once it was used as a dusting cloth.
Why did I love it more than
My cat,
my dog
my doll.
and my Sunday hat?
Because when dark night shadows flung monsters on walls, when I was young, it was to Ogle that I clung. Later, when I was 4 or 5 and knew that shadows weren't alive,
Ogle was part of every night, like the stars and a bedside light.
like loving eyes in a hand held tight, like somebody else, almost, but not quite.
Whenever I want my room to move, I give myself a twirl. behaves a bit, she said.
So I took my little brother from my mother and my father, and I put the little father of a brother back to bed. I did a bad thing once. I took this money from my mother's purse for bubble gum.
What made it worse?
She bought me some for being good, while I've been vice versa. So to speak, that made it worser. Everyone grumbled. The sky was gray. We had nothing to do and nothing to say. We were nearing the end of a dismal day, and there seemed to be nothing beyond. Then Daddy fell into the pond, and everyone's face grew merry and bright, and Timothy danced for sheer delight.
Give me the camera! Quick, oh quick! He's crawling out of the duckweed!
Click! Then the gardener suddenly slapped his knee and doubled up, shaking silently. All the ducks quacked as if they were gassed, and it sounded as if the old drake laughed. Oh, there wasn't a thing that didn't respond when Daddy fell into the pond. Hundreds of stars in the deep blue sky. Hundreds of shells on the shore together.
Hundreds of birds that go singing by.
Hundreds of birds in the sunny weather.
Hundreds of dewdrops to greet the dawn. Hundreds of bees in the purple clover.
Hundreds of butterflies on the lawn. But only one mother, the wide world over. The beauty in the trees, the softness of the air, the fragrance of the grass speaks to me. The summit of the mountain,
The thunder of the sky.
the rhythm of the sea speaks to me.
The faintness of the stars. The freshness of the morning.
The dewdrop in the flowers speaks to me. The strength of fire, the taste of salmon, the trail of the sun, and the life that never goes away. They speak to me, and my heart soars.
Hope. Bee, like bird, who, halting in his flight, on whim to light, music is way beneath him, yet sings, knowing he hath wings. Brown and furry, caterpillar and furry, take your walk to the shady leaf or stalk. May no toad spy you, may all little birds pass by you, spin and die, to live again a butterfly.
I meant to do my work today.
But a brown bird sang in the apple tree, and a butterfly flitted across the field.
And all the leaves
truly fishermen?
Listen closely to find out.
Winkin', blinkin', and nod one night sailed off in a wooden shoe. Sailed on a river of crystal light into a sea of dew.
Where are you going, and what do you wish?
The old moon asked the three.
We have come to fish for the herring fish that lives in this beautiful sea. Nets of silver and gold have we,
Said Winkin', blinkin', and nod. The old moon laughed and sang a song as they rocked in a wooden shoe. And the wind that fed them all night long ruffled the waves of dew. The little stars were the herring fish that lived in that beautiful sea.
Now cast your net wherever you wish. Never afeared are we.
So cried the stars to the fishermen three, Winkin', blinkin', and nod. All night long their nets they threw to the stars in the twinkling foam. Then down from the skies came a wooden shoe, bringing the fishermen home. 'Twas all so pretty a sail it seemed, as if it could not be. Some folks thought 'twas a dream they dreamed of sailing that beautiful sea. But I shall make you the fishermen free, Winkin', blinkin', and nod.
Winkin' and blinkin' are two little eyes, and nod is a little head. And the wooden shoe that sailed the skies is the wee one's trundle bed. So shut your eyes while mother sings of the wonderful sights that be, and you shall see the beautiful things as you rock in the misty sea. Where the old shoe rocks the fishermen three, Winkin', blinkin', and nod.
The kaleidoscope we have chosen to explore tonight has the traditional white background and is brimming with shards of orange light, swirling in a multitude of shades and shapes.
We will twirl through the seasons of the year, starting off with a cautionary tale that might be told on Halloween Eve.
The roar-up of an exciting basketball game.
The shouting out joy of springtime play.
Or summer activities under a blazing sun. The color orange also evokes thoughts of strong emotion and will experience the intoxicating thrill of of skateboarding, roller skating, of running faster than the wind, and even rolling down a hill. Little orphaned Annies come to our house to stay,
And wash the cups and saucers up,
and brush the crumbs away.
and shoo the chickens off the porch,
And dust the hearth and sweep,
and make the fire,
and bake the bread.
and earn her board and keep.
and all us other children, when the supper things is done,
We sit around the kitchen fire and has the mostest fun, a-listening to the witch tale that Annie tells about.
And the goblins will get you if you don't watch out.
Once there was a little boy who wouldn't say his prayers, and when he went to bed at night, away upstairs, his mammy heard him holler, and his daddy heard him bawl, and when they turned the givers down, he wasn't there at all.
And they seeked him in the rafter room,
And cubby hole and press,
and seeked him up the chimney flue,
and everywheres, I guess,
but all they ever found
Was this his handsome roundabout?
and the goblins will get you if you don't watch out.
And one time, a little girl would always laugh and grin and make fun of everyone in all her blood and kin. And once when they was company and old folks was there, she mocked 'em and shocked 'em and said she didn't care.
I don't care.
And this as she kicked her heels and turned to run and hide,
There was two great big black things a-standing by her side.
and they snatched her through the ceiling, for she know what she's about.
And the goblins will get you if you don't watch out.
Little orphans, Annie says, when the blaze is blue,
And the lamp wick sputters, and the wind goes.
and you hear the crickets quit,
And the moon is gray.
and the lightning bugs and dew is all squenched away. You better mind your parents
And your teacher's fond and dear.
and cherish them as loves you.
And dry the orphan's tear, and help the poor and needy ones as clusters all about.
The goblins will get you.
If you don't watch out. Skimming an asphalt seat.
I swear, I curve,
I sway.
I
Speed to whirring sound. An inch above the ground.
I'm the sailor,
And the sail.
I'm the driver and the wheel, I'm
The one and only
single engine
human automobile.
Hey, this little kid gets roller skates. She puts them on, she stands up, and almost flops over backwards. She sticks out a foot like she's going somewhere, and falls down, and skins her knee. She grabs hold of a step to get up, and sticks out the other foot, and slides about 6 inches, and falls, and smacks her hand. And then, you know what? She brushes off the dirt and the blood and puts some spit on it.
and then sticks out the other foot. Again. With 260 stuck on the scoreboard and 2 seconds hanging on the clock, the solemn boy in the center lies.
Squeezed by silence,
Seeks out the line with his feet.
Soothes his hands along his uniform.
Gently drums the ball against the floor.
Then measures the waiting net,
Bases the ball in his right hand.
balances it with his left,
Calms it with fingertips.
breathes, crouches, waits,
And then
through a stretching of stillness, nudges it upward.
The ball slides up and out.
lands. Leans. Wobbles.
Wavers, hesitates, exasperates, plays it coy,
Until every face begs with unsounding.
screams,
And then
and then, right before roar up, dives down and through. Thank you. I'm shouting! I'm singing! I'm swinging through trees! I'm winging sky high with the buzzing black bees! I'm the sun! I'm the moon! I'm the dew on the rose! I'm a rabbit whose habit is twitching his nose! I'm lively!
I'm lovely.
I'm kicking my heels.
I'm crying. Come dance to the freshwater eels.
I'm racing through meadows without any coat.
I'm a gambling lamb. I'm a light leaping goat.
I'm a bud. I'm a bloom.
I'm a dove on the wind.
I'm running on rooftops and welcoming spring. On your mark and set, go! I run, not to anywhere, not away from anybody. I run just to run, to make my heart wham, my eyes blur, my side pains sharply. I slow down at last, gulping the sweet air, almost crying. I'm crazy.
There's no one ahead of me down that whole long waiting stretch of sun-bare sidewalk.
Oh, it was like a bird flying, like a song, like a shout. I was freedom. I went to the park and I bought a balloon. It sailed through the sky like a large orange moon.
It bumped and it fluttered and swam with the clouds.
Small birds flew around it in high chirping crowds.
It bounced and it balanced and it bowed with the breeze.
It skimmed past the leaves on top of the trees.
And then, as the day started turning to night, I gave a short jump and I held the string tight. And home we all sailed. water. She wades in the stream. She guzzles cool drinks. And she drowns in ice cream.
She runs barefoot. She picnics.
She fishes, digs bait. She pitches a tent. And she stays up too late while she counts out the stars.
Swats mosquitoes and flies.
Hears crickets.
Smells pine trees. Spies night creature eyes.
She rides bareback, goes sailing, plays tennis, climbs trees.
She soaks in the sunshine.
He gulps in the breeze.
She tastes the warm air at the end of her tongue, and she falls asleep reading alone in the sun.
I saw you toss the kites on high and blow the birds about the sky, and all around I heard you pass like lady skirts across the grass.
Oh, wind, a-blowing all day long. Oh, wind, that sings so loud a song. I saw the different things you did, but always you yourself you hid. I felt you push. I heard you call. I could not see yourself at all. Oh, wind, a-blowing all day long. Oh, wind, that sings so loud a song. Oh, you that are so strong and cold, oh, blower, are you young or old?
Are you a beast of field and tree?
Or just a stronger child than me?
Oh, wind, a-blowing all day long. Oh, wind, that sings so loud a song.
The best thing about climbing up a hill and rolling to the bottom is when you get yourself up, brush yourself off, and then do it all over again.
One foot on, one foot pushing.
Esme starting.
Off beside, wheels too tall to mount astride.
Swings the off-leg, forward, fitly, raise the high bar, nimbly, neatly.
And when they concentrate frown, there's the upper pedal down as the lower rises.
Then brings her whole weight round again.
Leaning forward, gripping tight, with her knuckles showing white. Down the road goes fast and small, never sitting down at all.
We hope you have enjoyed our orange abstracts. As we finish up tonight, we will return to the white background of our kaleidoscope.
Tonight, white symbolizes purity, great qualities, lofty thoughts, and high aspirations.
Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly.
Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field, frozen with snow.
Happy the man, and happy he alone. He who can call today his own. He who is secure within can say, tomorrow, do thy worst, for I have lived today. of humblest friends, bright creature, scorn not one. The daisy, by the shadow that it casts, protects the lingering dewdrop from the sun.
If I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. If I can ease one life the aching, or cool one pain, or help one fainting robin unto his nest again, I shall not live in vain.
The quality of mercy is not strength. It's droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven upon the place beneath.
It is twice blessed. It blesseth him that gives and him that takes.
'Tis mightiest in the mightiest. It becomes the throned monarch better than his crown.
His scepter shows the force of temporal power, the attribute to awe and majesty, wherein doth sit the dread and fear of kings.
But mercy is above this sceptered sway. It is enthroned in the hearts of kings.
It is an attribute to God himself.
An earthly power doth then show likest God,
When mercy seasons justice. I dream a world where man, no other man will scorn, where love will bless the earth, and peace its paths adorn.
I dream a world.
I dream a world where all will know sweet freedom's way, where greed no longer saps the soul, nor avarice blights our day.
I dream a world.
A world I dream, where black or white, whatever race you be, will share the bounties of the earth, and every man is free, where wretchedness will hang its head, and joy like a pearl attends the needs of all mankind.
Of such, I dream my world.
Hello, I'm the Yellow Canary. Oh dear, did I fly into the wrong poetry show? Everyone's wearing blue up here. Well, I fly in the big blue sky. I think I'll join this group.
Hello, I'm the Blue Baboon. When this class looked for poems, they saw blue in everything. Blue in the outside world, blue in the inside world. I could have told them. Watch the Quangle Wangle's Hat by Edward Lear. You'll see what I mean.
On top of the crumpetty tree, the Quangle Wangle sat.
But his face you could not see on account of his beaver hat.
For his hat was 102 feet wide, with ribbons and bibbins on every side.
And bells and buttons and loops and links, so that nobody ever could see the face of the Quangle Wangle Queen.
And the Quangle Wangle said to himself on the crumpetty tree,
Jam and jellies and bread are the best food for me.
But the longer I live on this crumpetty tree, the greater than ever it seems to me.
said, "Did you ever see any spots so charmingly airy?
May we build a nest on your lovely hat? Mr. Quangle Wangle, grant us that.
Oh, please let us come and build a nest.
Of whatever material suits you best.
Mr. Quangle Wangle, please."
And besides, to the crumping tree came the stork.
The duck.
Quack! And the owl. Woo!
Snail. And the bumblebee. The frog.
And the thimblefowl. Caw! The thimblefowl with a corkscrew head. Caw!
And all of them said, "We humbly beg, we may build our homes on your lovely hat." Quack! Mr. Quangle Wangle, grant us that. Grant us that. Mr. Quangle Wangle, please. And the golden grouse came there.
And the hobble who has no toes.
And the small Olympian bear.
And the dawn with a luminous nose.
And the blue baboon that played the flute. And the orient calf from the land of Toot. Moo! And the attery squash. And the biscuit that all came and built on the lovely hat of the Quangle Wangle Queen. And the Quangle Wangle said to himself on the crumpety tree, "What are these creatures moving? What a wonderful noise there'll be!"
And as joined by the noise of the mulberry moon, they danced to the flute of the blue baboon.
And on the broad green leaves of the crumpety tree, and all were as happy could be.
With the Quangle Wangle Queen! In our search for blue poetry, we found food.
Food can bring some sad and blue feelings.
In Peas Porridge Not, by Douglas Florian.
The blue feelings are indignant and rebellion.
Peas Porridge Hot! Peas Porridge Cold! Peas Porridge in the pot, 9 days old!
Would you eat porridge 9 days old, hard as a rock and covered with mold, growing fur and turning blue? Perhaps peas porridge would rather eat you.
In Belinda Blue by Jack Kaleidoscope.
The blue feeling is rage.
Belinda Blue was furious. She fumed.
I'm really mad. This is the worst experience I've ever had.
She beat her fist against the wall.
She pounded on the floor. I'm livid.
She exploded.
I'm furious to the core. She wrung her hand.
She tore her hair.
Her tantrum grew and grew. I'm angry. Angry. Angry.
Shrieked in rage Belinda Blue.
She seemed to be beside herself.
She raced around the room.
In fact,
She seemed to save her every second of her fit.
Belinda Blue created such an overwhelming scene
Because at lunch, her mother said,
Please eat just one green bean.
Came to Breakfast by A.A. Milne.
The blue feeling is pity and blubbering sorrow.
The king asked the queen, and the queen asked the dairy.
Could we please have some butter for the royal slice of bread?
The queen asked the dairy maid. The dairy maid said,
Certainly. I'll go and tell the cow now before she goes to bed.
The dairy maid, she curtsied and went and told the Alderney.
Don't forget the butter for the royal slice of bread.
The Alderney said sleepily,
You'd better tell His Majesty. that many people nowadays like marmalade instead.
The dairymaid said, "Oh," and went to Her Majesty. She curtsied to the Queen, and she turned a little red.
"Excuse me, Your Majesty, for taking up the liberty, but marmalade is tasty if it's very thickly spread."
The Queen said, "Oh," and went to His Majesty.
"Talking of the butter for the royal slice of bread, many people think marmalade is nicer. Would you like to try a little marmalade instead?"
The king said,
Bother!
and then he said,
Oh, dearie me.
the king thought,
Oh, dearie me.
and went back to bed.
Nobody
He whimpered.
could call me a fussy man, but I do like a little bit of butter for my bread.
The Queen said,
"Dada!"
and went to the dairymaid. The dairymaid said, "Dada!" and went to the shed. The cow said,
There, I didn't really mean it. Here's milk for his porringer and butter for his bread.
The Queen took the butter.
And brought it to His Majesty.
The King said,
Butter, eh?
and bounced out of bed.
Nobody.
He said as he kissed her tenderly.
Nobody.
He said as he slid down the banisters.
Nobody, my darling, could call me a fussy man, but I do like a little bit of butter to my bread. We can feel blue about a lot of things. Sometimes we're feeling blue about school. My mom wrote a note that my dog ate my homework, and my dog ate my mom's note. So I opened his mouth and got out the flashlight so I could look down his throat. With the battery shot, I gave up all hope and decided to dress for the day. My pants were too short, and my shirt had a juice stain that looked like a map of Green Bay. Too late for breakfast, I scarfed down an apple, which in it had half of a worm, which might have explained why it was so hard to chew. The food seemed to constantly squirm. The rain soaked me through, and the car almost hit me. It's amazing that I'm still alive. I've had an incredibly terrible day, and it's only 8:45.
Another Blue About School poem is Arithmetic.
No arithmetical.
By Douglas Morian.
I'd rather go fishing than do long division.
Or be stuck in traction and deal with subtraction.
I need a vacation from multiplication. In my poor condition, I can't do addition. Let's leave mathematics forgotten in attics.
Forgotten in attic. Not just that.
My dog ate mine. Why my homework is missing. Deep inside
My wooden desk.
lurks
A monster.
most grotesque.
It ate my
Pencil!
and
My pen!
My composition book. And then
It started
rattling,
clattering,
hissing,
and that is why homework is missing. Do you believe me?
And so we can get frustrated, as in William Hull's poem, Lost Contact. Oh, the vexation of dropping a contact lens. fish have crackers to crunch. And as for the poodles, they tell me the noodles have chicken and cream for their lunch. But there's never a question about my digestion. Anything does for me. Cats, you're aware, can repose in a chair. Chickens can roost upon rails. Puppies are able to sleep in a stable, and oysters can slumber in pails. But no one supposes a poor camel dozes. Any place does for me.
Lambs are enclosed where it's never exposed, and coops are constructed for hens. Kittens are treated to houses well heated, and pigs are protected by pens. But a camel comes handy wherever it's sandy. Anywhere does for me.
People would laugh if you rode a giraffe or mounted the back of an ox, but it's nobody's habit to ride on a rabbit or try to be straddle a fox. But as for a camel, he's ridden by family. Any load does for me.
A snake is as round as a hole in the ground, and weasels are wavy and sleek, and no alligator could ever be straighter than lizards that live in a creek. But a camel's all lumpy and bumpy and humpy. Any shape does for me.
And our parents worry about all that screen time, all those blue screens.
TV by Eve Marianne.
In the house of Mr. and Mrs. Bass, he and she would watch TV, and never a word between them spoken, till the day the set was broken. Then,
How do you do?
said he to she,
I don't believe that we've met yet. Yes is my name. What is yours?
he asked. Why, mine's the same, said she to he. Do you suppose that we be? But the set came suddenly right about, and so they never did find out. There are whole seasons that make us blue.
No sun,
No moon.
No more.
no noon,
No dawn, no dusk, no proper time of day.
No sky, no earthly view, no distance looking blue, no road, no street,
No taller side the way.
no end to any road,
No indications where the crescents go.
no top to any steeple,
no recognitions of familiar people,
No courtesies for showing up.
no knowing them,
No traveling at all.
no locomotion,
No inkling of the way.
no notion,
No go,
by land or ocean,
no mail,
no post,
no news from any foreign coast.
no park,
No ring.
no afternoon gentility,
No company.
no nobility,
no warmth,
No cheerfulness.
No healthful ease.
no comfortable feeling any member,
No shade,
no shine, no butterfly, no bees,
no fruits,
no flowers,
no leaves,
no birds,
November.
Sometimes we just want to feel blue, and we wallow in our lonely blueness.
As in this poem by Shel Silverstein called Nobody.
Nobody loves me.
nobody cares.
Nobody picks me peaches and pears.
Nobody offers me candy and cokes.
Nobody listens and laughs at my jokes.
Nobody helps when I get in a fight.
Nobody does all my homework at night.
Nobody misses me.
Nobody cries.
Nobody thinks I'm a wonderful guy.
So if you ask who my best friend is, in a whiz, I'll tell you that nobody is.
But yesterday night, I got quite scared. I woke up and nobody just wasn't there.
I called out and reached out for nobody's hand in the darkness where nobody usually stands.
Then I poked through the house in each cranny and nook, but I found somebody in each place that I looked.
I search till I'm tired, and now with the dawn, there's no doubt about it.
Nobody's gone!
Sometimes there are truly sad times in our lives.
Like in this poem, when my dog died.
When my dog died, I cried and I cried. I felt all empty, way down deep inside. I couldn't sleep, I hardly ate, concentrate. I kept remembering things we had done, the messes we'd made. We'd had so much fun. I laughed out loud when I thought of the day my silly old dog scared the salesman away. I missed her most when I went to bed. I cried and I prayed that she wouldn't be dead. My dad understood when I laughed and cried. He told me about when his dog had died. He said every day wouldn't be quite so bad, that I'd never forget, but I'd get over the sad. What my dad said is true, my heart is at rest, and I'll always remember my dog was the best.
Cold is blue, and sometimes memories of cold blue can bring feelings of regret.
Those Winter Sundays by Robert Hayden. Sundays too, my father got up early and put his clothes on in the blue-black cold, that with cracked hands that ached from labor in the weekday weather made banked fires blaze. No one ever thanked him. I'd wake and hear the cold, splintering, breaking. When the rooms were warm, he'd call, and slowly I would rise and dress, fearing the chronic angers of that house. Speaking indifferently to him who had driven out the cold and polished my good shoes as well. What did I know? What did I know of love's austere and lonely offices?
Objects of a certain color become a symbol of meaning. Here the blue roofs reflect poet Diana Garcia's deep commitment to make life better for the many who lack privilege and power.
Occupant, Blue Roof Apartments by Diana Garcia.
The mail addressed to occupant wants to bury me cheap, wants to sell me a family album, or Funk and Wagnall's encyclopedia on the installment plan. Not one letter offers what I want or need. A set of retread tires, a gold crown for that top left molar, or the 49ers jacket my son saw at the mall. Their surveys don't show that plopped beneath our blue-roofed apartments, we are all on welfare or Navy enlistees. Our cobalt blue roofs flash. Here we are, the anonymous poor, a sea of misery stored in the city's largest housing complex. The apartments next door, with the understated brown roofs, security guard, and pool, is where we'll move when we get the next job, the next raise, the next big promotion, the next step up that guarantees us mail addressed to us by name.
If we are careful, we can be amazed at the beauty of blue in the tiny life all around us.
A dragonfly. When the heat of the summer made drowsy the land, a dragonfly came and sat on my hand. With its blue-jointed body and wings like spun glass, it lit on my fingers as though they were grass.
And we can be awed by the majesty of the eagle, rimmed in the blue azure world as we view him high above us.
He clasps the crag with crooked hands, close to the sun in lonely lands, ringed with the azure world he stands.
The wrinkled sea beneath him crawls. He watches from his mountain walls, and like a thunderbolt he falls.
Some days when we're at play, the blue sky jays and blue jays make us feel gay, as in these next two poems, March and Recess.
A blue jay, and a good beginning. One crow, melting snow, spring's winning.
We were playing, it was fun, running and jumping everyone. And up above, on a playground of blue, some birds were out at recess too.
Some days the beauty of nature makes imprints in our minds and seeps into our thoughts.
As in poems Cloudmobile and Clouds.
Above my face is a map where continents form and fade, blue countries,
made on a white sea are erased. White countries are traced on a blue sea. It is a map of change. This is the way things are with a stone or a star. This is the way things go, hard or soft, swift or slow.
White sheep, on a blue hill. When the wind stops, you stand still. But when the wind blows, you walk away slow. White sheep, where do you go?
Being outside with a clear blue sky or in the middle of a wide blue lake can bring powerful images that are unforgettable.
As in these two poems, if once you have slept on an island and until I saw the sea.
If once you have slept on an island, you'll never be quite the same. You may look as you looked the day before and go by the same old name.
You may bustle about at street and shop. You may sit at home and sew, but you'll see blue water and wheeling gulf wherever your feet may go.
You may chat with the neighbors of this and that, and close to your fire keep, but you'll hear ship whistles and lighthouse bells, and tides beat through your sleep. Oh, you won't know why, and you can't say how,
Such change upon you came.
but once you have slept on an island, you'll never be quite the same.
Until I saw the sea, I did not know that wind could wrinkle water so. I never knew that the sun could sprinkle a whole sea of blue. Nor did I know before that the sea breathes in and out upon the shore.
And nature's great expanses of blue stretch on and on, beyond our seeing, and inspire us to dream.
Dreamed us by Langston Hughes.
Gather out of stardust, earth dust, cloud dust, storm dust, and splinters of hail. One handful of dream dust, not for sale.
The Blue Between.
By Christine O'Connell George.
Everyone watches clouds, naming creatures they've seen. I see sky differently. I see the blue between. The blue woman tugging her stubborn cloud across the sky. The blue giraffe stretching to nibble a cloud floating by. A pile of dancing dolphins, cloud oceans, cargo ships. A boy twirling his cloud around a thin blue fingertip. In those smooth, wide places, I see a different scene. In those cloudless spaces, I see the blue between.
So much depends upon a red wheelbarrow, glazed with rainwater, beside the white chickens.
There's something about red. The great English romantic poet, Percy Bysshe Shelley, once said, "Poetry lifts the veil from the hidden beauty of the world and makes familiar objects be as if they were not familiar."
The great American poet William Carlos Williams did this very thing in his poem, The Red Wheelbarrow.
A familiar object, a red wheelbarrow, suggests an ordinary farm. Yet along with the white chickens and the rain glazing a wheelbarrow that was left out to get wet, these common objects take on a more unfamiliar or abstract meaning with the words, so much depends.
Maybe the small things mean great things.
Maybe his family's life depends on his parents' hard work on the farm.
Maybe all of life takes on much meaning in the simple, everyday acts we fulfill.
Maybe so much of our lives are taken up with small things, so we'd better make our days count. This is a great poem that has been interpreted in many different ways.
And poets use color to say great things.
In this poem, so much depends upon red.
So many poems depend upon red objects.
Simple objects stay in our thoughts and bring us profound memories.
Let's try another poem. Remember all the mornings in your kitchen, waiting for breakfast while food is cooking.
It just takes one object to help you recall it all. Wait. In this poem by William J. Smith is a toaster.
We're not going to show you a picture of this one. You have to envision it. Now close your eyes. Think about breakfast, your kitchen. Now listen. A silver-scaled dragon with jaws flaming red sits at my elbow and toasts my bread.
I hand him fat slices, one by one. He hands them back when he sees they are done.
Jaws flaming red. I can picture the red. I remember the red hot coil.
So much depends upon red.
And how many images of red objects do we have in our heads during the holidays? The poet Edwin Morgan really made the point in his poem using a repetitive style, rhyme, and wordplay.
The computer's first Christmas card.
Jolly Berry!
Holly Berry!
Jolly Berry!
Berry Holly!
Happy Jolly!
Jolly Jelly!
Jelly Belly!
Belly Mary!
Holly Happy!
Jolly Molly! Mary Jerry!
Berry Harry!
Happy Berry!
Happy Jerry!
Bobby Happy!
Mary Jerry!
Jory Jolly!
Moppy Jelly!
Molly Mary!
Jerry Jolly!
Belly Boppy! Jory Hoppy!
Holly Moppy!
Berry Mary!
Jerry Happy!
Mary Holly!
Boppy Jolly!
Jolly Mary!
Mary Mary!
Mary Mary! Mary Chris! I'm Marissa! Chris Mary! As Mary Chrysanthemum! Some objects are right on our faces. My nose by Dorothy Aldous.
It doesn't breathe.
It doesn't smell. It doesn't feel so very well.
I am discouraged.
With my nose.
The only thing it
Doesn't know. Food conjures up memories too, especially red food.
When Daddy sat on the tomatoes.
By Jack Krolewski.
When Daddy sat on the tomato that somebody put on his chair, he shot the seat like a rocket and practically flew through the air. I thought he would go through the ceiling.
Who did that? Who did that?
He's bored. If there were awards for convictions, then he would have won his award. He ranted all over the kitchen and did a ridiculous dance. He was really something to look at. Tomato all over his pants. He raved like a ruffled old rooster. He growled like a furious bear. That the time that he sat on the tomato, that somebody put on his chair.
My brother's head should be replaced. By Jack Krolewski.
My brother's head should be replaced. It's lighter than a feather. He's trying to use tomato paste to paste tomatoes together.
When Tilly ate the chili.
By butter. She went totally amok. She set a new world record as she raced around the block. Tilly's mouth was full of fire. Tilly's eyes were red with tears. She was smoking from her nostrils. She was steaming from her ears. She cooled off. An hour later, showing perfect self-control, as she said, "What tasty chili! I should like another bowl." Spaghetti by Frank Flynn.
A plate heaped high
With spaghetti.
all covered with tomato sauce.
It's just about my favorite meal.
It looks just like
A gigantic heap of
steaming,
tangled,
mixed,
up,
twisted,
twizzled,
wound,
up,
woozled, worms.
I like picking them up,
One at a time,
swallowing them slowly,
head first,
until its tail flips across my cheek.
but best of all,
When I finish
the
eating,
tomato sauce smeared around my mouth.
makes me look like a clown.
In the next poem, the girls tell the boys how to eat toast with yellow butter and red toast.
Yellow Butter by Mary Ann Hoberman.
Yellow butter, purple jelly, red jam, black bread.
Spread it thick, say it quick.
Yellow butter, purple jelly, red jam, black bread.
Spread it thicker, say it quicker.
Yellow butter, purple jelly, red jam, black bread.
Now repeat it while you eat it.
Yellow butter, purple jelly, red jam, black bread.
Don't talk with your mouth full.
Red is a color that has stood out when poets want to give a strong voice to protest over human rights. The term red and roses was coined in 1912 by labor union leader Rose Snyderman in a speech to textile strikers in Lawrence, Massachusetts.
What the woman who labors wants is the right to life, not to simply exist. The right to life as a rich woman has the right to life, and sun, and music, and art. You have nothing that the humblest of the workers has not the right to have also. The worker must have bread, but she must have roses too. Help, you women of privilege. Give her the ballot to fight with.
Inspired by this speech, James Oppenheim wrote the poem Red and Roses, which came to be associated with the Lawrence strike so closely that it's often referred to as the Red and Roses strike. The workers won, and the song has become a popular protest song.
And as we come marching, marching in the beauty of the day,
A million darkened kitchens, 1,000 mill-offs gray,
are touched with all the radiance that a sudden sun discloses. For people hear us singing bread and roses, bread and roses.
as we come marching, marching, we battle too for men.
For they are women's children, and we mother them again.
Our lives shall not be sweated from birth until life closes.
Hearts starve as well as bodies. Give us bread, but give us roses. As we come marching, marching, unnumbered women dead go crying through our singing, their ancient cries for bread.
Small art and love and beauty, their grudging spirits know.
Yes, it is bread we fight for, but we fight for roses too.
As we come marching, marching, we bring the greater days.
The rising of the women means the rising of the race.
No more drudge or idlers, tend that toils where one
know what the caged bird feels. At last, when the sun is bright upon the upland slope, when the wind surges soft through the swaying grass, the river flows like a stream of glass.
When the first bird sings, and the first bud opes, and the faint perfume on its chalice steals, I know what the caged bird feels. I know why the caged bird beats his wings.
Till its blood red on the cruel bars, for he must fly back to his perch and cling. When he fain would be on the bough a swing, and the cage still throbs in the old scars.
And they pulse again with a keener sting. I know why he beats his wing. I know why the caged bird sings, ah me, when his wing is bruised and his bosom sore, and he beats his bars as he would be free.
It is not a carol of joy or glee,
One prayer he sends to his heart's core,
but a plea that upward to heaven he flings.
I know why the caged bird sings.
In his poem, We Wear the Mask. The bleeding hearts are symbols of the inner suffrage hidden behind the smile that had to be given in submission to the racist.
We wear the mask that grins and lies. It hides our cheeks and shades our eyes. This debt we pay to human guile. With torn and bleeding hearts we smile and mount with myriad subtleties. Why should the world be overwise in counting all our tears and sighs? Nay, let them only see us while we wear the mask. We smile, but oh, great Christ, our cries to thee from tortured souls arise. We sing, but oh, the clay is vile beneath our feet and long the mile.
But let the world dream
Otherwise, we wear the mask.
Poet Carolyn M. Rogers builds on Dunbar's poem, tells us all that we can speak heart to heart, face to face, eye to eye, and need not hide behind the mask.
Our faces are the light and dark window panes we paint our smiles on. Behind them, we hide the vulnerabilities we want no one else to see. The watercolors of our tears, even the rainbows of our laughter. And the hearts that can look through to another heart might turn away from the face. But as heart to heart, as face to face should be, our eyes that need not hide. Red is the color of many emotions, anger, embarrassment, rage, and humiliation.
In Roald Dahl's famous book, James and the Giant Peach, two characters shows all of these emotions. Watch on Sponge and on Spiker. Do you see anger or do you see embarrassment?
Aunt Sponge
And Aunt Spiker,
I look and smell, Aunt Sponge declared, as lovely as a rose. Just feast your eyes upon my face. Observe my shapely nose. Behold my heavenly silky locks. And when I take off both my socks, you'll see my dainty toes.
but don't forget
Aunt Spiker cried.
how much your tummy shows.
Aunt Sponge went red. Aunt Spiker said,
My sweet, you cannot win. Behold my gorgeous curvy shape, my teeth, my charming grin. Oh, beauteous me, how I adore my radiant looks, and please ignore the pimple on my chin.
My dear old trout, Aunt Sponge cried out,
You're only bones and skin.
such loveliness as I possess can only truly shine in Hollywood, Aunt Sponge declared. Oh, wouldn't that be fine? I'd capture all the nation's hearts. They'd give me
love. Roses are red, violets are blue. Sugar is sweet, and so are you.
Oh, everybody knows that poem. Where did it start? Who said it in history first?
I'll show you. We can go as far back to 1590 in The Faerie Queen by Sir Edmund Spenser.
She bathed with roses red and violets blue and all the sweetest flowers that in the forest grew. Oh, so sweet. A nursery rhyme close to the modern Valentine's Day poem was found in Gammer Gurton's Garland, a 1784 collection of English nursery rhymes. The rose is red, the violet's blue, the honey is sweet, and so are you.
In 1862, Victor Hugo wrote Let It Rock, where his character Fantine said,
Violets are blue, roses are red, violets are blue, I love my love.
The lines in the original French are,
Les bleus sont bleus, les roses sont roses, les bleus sont bleus, j'aime mes amours.
Now in folklore, children have made up endless versions and fun.
Roses are red, violets are blue, onions stink, and so do you. And countless love songs have portrayed the famous red rose. You have been listening to the 1962 hit song by Bobby Vincent. Oh, Bobby Vincent. There are fires of love, and there is fire. Using simile and metaphor, poet Christina Rossetti
Shows how flint is a metaphor for inward reality. The emerald is green as grass, the ruby red as blood. The sapphire shines as blue as heaven, the flint lies in the mud. The diamond is a brilliant stone to catch the world's desire. The opal holds a fiery spark, but the flint holds fire.
Red is a favorite color in nature. Crimson, coral, cardinal, geranium, cherry, and oh, the trees. And no one can deny the striking red of autumn. Harvest Home
by Arthur Guterman
and The Last Waltz
by Robert Newton Peck.
The maples flare among the spruces. The bursting foxgrape spills its juices. The gentians lift their sapphire fringes on roadways rich with golden tinges. The waddling woodchucks fill their hampers. The deer mouse runs, the chipmunk scampers. The squirrels scurry, never stopping, for all they hear is apples dropping and walnuts plumping fast and faster. The bee weighs down the purple aster. Yes, hide your honey, little hummer. The woods are waving. Farewell, summer.
October, October, how red is your gown as you gracefully waltz with your coppery crown. Foolish, foolish dancing the halls of autumn's grand ballroom, waltzing of fall. Orchestra, orchestral wind in your hair, blowing your bugles of brass in the air. November, November, blankets the floor. The last waltz of crimson is waltzing no more.
Animals who wear red really catch our eye. The hen
by Lord Alfred Douglas
and the chipmunk's day
by Randall Jarrell.
In and out the bushes, up the ivy, into the hole. By the old oak stump, the chipmunk flashes up the pole. To the feeder full of seeds, he dashes, stubs his cheeks. Stubs his cheeks. The chickadees and the titmouse scolded him, but down streets. Red as a maple that wind blew off the tree, red as a fox. Striped like a skunk, the chipmunk whistles. Past the love seat, past the mailbox. Down the path, home to his warm hole, stuffed with sweets, things, eat. Neat and shiny, his front feet curl at his breast. The chipmunk sits and waits till the sun stripes its red west. With its last light, the chipmunk dives for its rest.
The hen is a ferocious fowl. She pets you till she makes you howl. And all the time, she flaps her wings and says the most insulting things. And if you try to take her eggs, she'll bite large pieces from your legs. The only safe way to get these is to creep on your hands and knees. In the meanwhile, a friend must hide and jump out on the other side. And then you snatch the eggs and run while she pursues the other one. The difficulty is to find the trusty friend who will not mind.
An object, a symbol, an emotion, a wish. Our final poem has them all. Ode to the Apple by Pablo Neruda.
You, apple,
Are the object
Of my praise.
I want to fill
My mouth,
with your name.
I want to eat you whole.
You are always fresh like nothing and nobody. You have always
just fallen.
From paradise.
Dawn.
rosy cheeks
whole,
And perfect.
Compared
to you. The fruits of the earth are
So awkward.
Spongy grapes.
Muted.
Mangoes.
bony.
plums, and submerged.
Figs.
you are pure balm.
Fragrant bread, the cheese of all that flowers. When we bite into,
Your round innocence.
We too regress.
For a moment.
to the state,
Of a newborn,
There's still some apple in us all.
I want
total abundance. Your family multiplied. I want
A city.
A republic.
A Mississippi River.
of apples.
and I want to see
Gathered on its banks.
the world's
Entire population united and reunited in the simplest act we know.
I want us to bite into an apple.
That concludes our poetry show.
Can the reading teachers please stand up so we can give them a big round of applause?